Hello. So today I want to talk about buying denim resale. So whether that's at a consignment shop or at Goodwill, Salvation Army, anywhere like that, I want to just give you a couple of tips on how to have the best denim shopping experience and come away with a pair that you can really love and treasure. So the first thing is sizing. When you're buying at the resale level, pay attention to the fact that you might have to expand, you probably will have to expand beyond your normal size. So if you're normally a 28, let's say, try on 27, try on 29, maybe even try on 30, because denim tends to shrink and or stretch. So if you usually are a 29 and you try on a 29, if they've shrunken, that doesn't mean that they wouldn't have fit you brand new. Just try not to get too hung up on the size. If you are willing to expand beyond your normal sizing, you often find treasures. The other thing about sizing is that manufacturers change their patterns. They change their size charts, if you will. So resale clothing is usually a year or two more old. And so once those clothes hit the rack in the resale shop, that same manufacturer might have changed their size chart so that a size 6 is now a size 8, or a size 8 is now a size 4. There's really no rhyme or reason to it. So if you own a pair of jeans from Citizens and they are a 28 right now, you just bought them brand new, but you're in a resale shop, try on the 26 in Citizens, because 2 years ago when those jeans were made, the 26 might be comparable to the 28 today. Hope that makes sense. So sizing, don't get hung up on the size, try on everything, because you might find something on a rack that isn't ordinarily your size that's absolutely perfect for your body. And then the next thing is fabric. Two things, both related to kind of the texture of the fabric. So denim often tends to get kind of harder and drier and stiffer and crunchier as it ages. So if you find denim at resale and it feels kind of like that, not yummy and soft and great, it probably won't get softer once you take it home and wash it a bunch, because theoretically it's probably already been washed and that's how it ended up kind of crunchy. So be mindful of that and pay attention to whether there is some stretch to it. That's usually going to make it softer over the long haul than if it's a higher cotton content. And also with regards to really yummy, soft, stretchy denim, when I shop resale, I tend to hold the denim, specifically the seat area, up to the light and see if there are any weak spots where I can see light coming through, because sometimes the denim is so worn in and the fibers are starting to break down, and you might get those home and they might be your new favorites, but they will not last very long and you don't want them to start to pull apart, especially in the butt. And then finally, if you find a pair of jeans you love, pay attention to two things with regards to making sure they're modern. One is the length of the zipper. I usually want to make sure that the length of the zipper is definitely wider than the width of my hand, because the shorter the zipper, the shorter the rise, and that means possibly some muffin top action, or when you bend over, you can kind of see down the pants. So pay attention to the length of the zipper. And as you try on jeans and learn what you love and what fits and feels good, you'll learn what zipper length is kind of your go-to happy place, and then you'll know not to try on anything that's too short. So I kind of look at the width of my hand to make sure that the zipper is longer than that, because older denim sometimes has that really short rise. The other thing to keep them modern is if from the kind of calf down to the ankle there's something funky happening, whether it's a really wide flare, whether it's you just don't love how they're not really skinny, they're not really straight, if there's something going on there, consider chopping them off and letting it be a frayed raw edge on the hem, because that instantly makes them more modern and more contemporary, because that frayed edge is not going anywhere. It's been in style now for several years and it is still coming on strong. So if you love everything about the jeans, but there's something about the hemline that you're just not crazy about, or if they're just too long in general, consider that you can just chop off the bottom and let the raw edge be the hem, and that makes them more modern and kind of more fun, and it's easier than taking them to the tailor. There are lots of YouTube tutorials that will show you how to just chop off the bottom, make sure that the hemlines are even, and also how to fray and fringe the bottoms so that they look modern. So those are my tips for shopping denim at a resale store. There's really, really great denim out there, and it's definitely more sustainable to be purchasing it secondhand. You just have to have some tips to know what to look for and what to try on and what to do if it's not quite right, how to make it a little more current. Hope that helps. If you have any questions, just drop them in below and I'll do my best to give you an answer.